Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we unpack the biggest developments in South African politics, expose the power plays behind the scenes, and bring you the analysis that matters most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below, because in a democracy, your voice matters too. Today we're diving into the latest political storm brewing inside the MK party, and yes, it involves none other than Floyd Shivambu. Once a high-profile defector from the EFF and a surprising new face in the MK party's leadership structure, Shivambu is now at the center of what looks like an escalating power struggle within Jacob Zuma's political movement. In a move that caught many by surprise, Shivambu's name was noticeably absent from the MK party's official list of parliamentary candidates submitted to the Independent Electoral Commission, a list released ahead of the First Amendment window between June 6 and June 12. That omission wasn't just an oversight or a technical delay, and according to the MK party's spokesperson Lamulo Ndlela, it was intentional and part of the party's so-called internal processes. But scratch beneath the surface, and you'll find that this is about far more than paperwork. Sources inside the MK party say Shivambu's omission reflects deeper internal tensions, and the situation reveals just how fragile unity within the MK party really is. Despite his recent redeployment to Parliament and Jacob Zuma's assurances that Shivambu's contributions are still valued, the former Secretary-General has clearly fallen out of favor with key decision-makers, most notably, Zuma's own daughter, Duduzile Zuma-Sambudla. Now, let's unpack this. Floyd Shivambu was never going to be just another name on the MK roster. His entrance into the MK party raised eyebrows across the political spectrum. A prominent EFF leader with years of experience in parliament, Shivambu was brought into MK at a time when Zuma's party was trying to present itself as more than just a breakaway faction built on anger and nostalgia. His appointment as Secretary-General was meant to signal structure, experience, and serious intent. But it didn't take long before things fell apart. Within weeks of taking on the role, Shivambu reportedly made unnecessary changes to the party's internal structures, according to disgruntled insiders. And those changes didn't sit well with MK's inner circle, especially the loyalists who've been with Zuma from day one. Tensions mounted, and whispers of Shivambu's growing isolation turned into open conflict after his unauthorized trip to Malawi to visit controversial pastor and self-proclaimed prophet Shepherd Bushiri. That trip, taken on June 3, was reportedly the final straw. Many within MK saw it not only as reckless but also as a direct challenge to party discipline and Zuma's authority. Despite Zuma publicly defending the decision to remove Shivambu as constitutional, the optics were clear: a purge had begun. The once welcome political strategist was now seen as a liability, and in MK, a party still very much in its formative and factional stages, loyalty trumps all. Now here's where things get complicated. While Zuma has praised Shivambu's experience and insists that his role in parliament is still important, others within MK view his exclusion from the candidate list as an opportunity to sideline him permanently. Some party veterans are reportedly celebrating his fall from grace. Others, however, are deeply concerned. They worry that the public perception of infighting and shifting power dynamics could hurt the MK party's ability to present a unified front ahead of the next elections. And they're not wrong. Let's not forget that this isn't the first leadership reshuffle to hit MK. Just weeks ago, Mzwaneli Mani, another key figure who was instrumental in the party's media communications and its public face, was demoted, also under mysterious and controversial circumstances. Now with Shivambu's exclusion, analysts are raising serious questions about whether the MK party has the organizational stability and maturity to sustain itself as a long-term player in parliament. This matters. Why? Because MK is no longer a fringe movement. The party stunned many when it clinched significant support in KwaZulu-Natal and became a major talking point in coalition discussions. Its future matters to millions of voters, particularly those who feel alienated from the ANC but aren't fully aligned with the DA, EFF, or other opposition forces. So what does Shivambu's situation tell us about where MK is headed? Firstly, it highlights how personal loyalties and power plays continue to shape the party's direction more than policy, ideology, or governance plans. Secondly, it reflects a broader pattern of instability, a kind of palace politics that prioritizes internal loyalty over strategic consistency. And thirdly, it raises red flags about MK's readiness to hold power or even influence legislation in a deeply divided parliament. The decision on whether Shivambu will be added to the list during the IEC's amendment window is not just a procedural update, it will be a test of Zuma's leadership, a reflection of the balance of power within MK, and a signal to the rest of South Africa about whether this party is serious about parliamentary politics or is still trapped in the old patterns of political infighting. For now, Shivambu has accepted his redeployment quietly, showing discipline and signaling that he still sees a future for himself within the MK party. But one has to wonder, is this silence strategic? Or is it the calm before another storm? One thing is clear, the next few weeks will be critical, not just for Shivambu, but for the MK party as a whole. The decision to reinstate him or keep him on the sidelines will speak volumes, and we'll be watching closely. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive into the ever-unfolding drama of South African politics. If you enjoyed this analysis, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Leave a comment below. Do you think Shivambu still has a future in MK, or has the party already moved on? See you next time.